Welcome back, traders. Second portion of our show. We got a lot of market movers on the plate here. So let's start with the local company, General Motors.
General Motors moving up here, Joel. Great day on Friday. The stock was trading up over $1.87. It's getting follow through here this morning, trading at 26.58 after closing 26.18. Wall Street Journal article saying that this company could make over $10 billion this year. That's just impressive numbers here for a company that was bankrupt there a few years ago. So this restructuring, they've been slashing costs. Something's working because GM's starting to take off, Joel.
Okay, points here for this stock this morning, Dennis. First, we'll start with the pre-market high at 26.92. So let's call that the $27 level. But more importantly, Dennis, this stock is topped out in this area twice. Once was in November, we topped out at 26.55, and then we nosedived under 20. And then we got to this level back in August. We got to 26.69, and then we nosedive under 20. So here's the third crack at this area, Dennis. Always earnings can always drive a stock here, but let's see. We get a couple closes above 27 here, and we could be looking at some IPO numbers. I believe this thing IPO'd at like 33 or 34, if I'm not mistaken. Coming back on the downside, I wouldn't be real thrilled holding this stock on the long if I'm buying it near the open. If we broke down below Friday's high, which was, well, we're actually below Friday, right at it. 26.40, let's call it, is an area of caution on the downside.
Yeah, and Ford could get a sympathy move with this one too. It's not in the pre-market. 12.77 is actually trading down a couple of cents. But I think we should do a quick technical just because these stocks do normally tend to track together. So what do you think of Ford too, Joel?
Well, there's one thing I can predict about Ford, and it's whatever I say, it will do the opposite.
Okay, well, this is good for our listeners then. Listen up, guys.
Resistance at 13 to 13.05. We snuck up above there at the end of January. Couldn't close. I believe we had an open right into that level. Couldn't hold it. Sold off. So I'd be looking for a run at 13. 13 major resistance here. Shorting opportunity or a place to exit your longs. Coming back on the downside, we haven't even been able to get up to Friday's high yet. So this news does not seem to be spilling over into Ford. Major support starting at the 1240 area.
Moving right along here, Joel. Humana reported earnings and guidance as well this morning. HUM is the symbol on that one. It's trading down over $3 here. It's a stock that's had a great couple of years. The stock has really been moving up, but obviously here this morning, not the case. Stock is trading 86.87 after closing 90.12. So I'm looking at the charts here. We bottomed right out there if we go back. Just looking at this low right here from a couple of weeks ago at the 84.55 area. And if you look back here mid-December, we had 3 or 4 bottoms in that same area. We're only a couple bucks away from there. That could be the first area of support. What do you think on Humana, Joel?
Yeah, you're reading charts correctly, Dennis. I commend you. We did get a low there not too long ago at 84.55. That bounced, and also that area was supported back in December as well. One note of caution by this stock here. When you look at the pre-market charts, a lot of times it will sell off and then start actually an uptrend. Well, this thing is sold off and made a low at 86.55, and it's only been able to bounce 30 cents. So doesn't look like this one's found a home yet on the downside. I would keep a real close eye on that 84.50 level, at least for the first time, to scoop up, try some longs or cover some shorts.
Hasbro reporting earnings as well. Joel, stock initially traded down as low as 33.89 on the report. It's trading at $35 right now, so just down 86 cents, so not quite as weak as it was just earlier on right after the report. Not a lot of shares to reports here trading, but it is starting to find a tighter spread where it's 34.75 bid to 35, so the stock is trying to find where it wants to open. I'm looking at the chart here. We bottomed back in around $34 going back a couple weeks ago, so if we were to really sell off, that might be your first area of support. What do you think on Hasbro, Joel?
34.70, Dennis. kind of where, well, in the pre-market, the trades have been all over the place, so it's hard to get any tradable information off that. But looking at the dailies, I really like this 3470 area. We're trading above that right now. If in fact we can't hold 3470, I'd be looking to test the lower boundaries of the 34 area, perhaps 3412. Coming back on the upside. This stock did not settle too far off its low of the day, so I'd look for good resistance at Friday's low, 35.59, up to the close at 35.86.
Some of these home builder stocks are starting to roll over here in the pre-market. I just want to highlight a couple of them here, Joel. Lennar LEN starting to trade down. It got a downgrade. I think that's what's driving that a little bit further down. But these stocks have been very, very hot. You can see this chart of Lennar over the last 3 months has just been taking off from the low 14s all the way to 23.34 on Friday, pulling back 30 cents here. So a little bit of pullback. Downgrades coming in from Raymond James. Maybe they're saying valuation a little bit. I didn't actually see what and why they were downgrading it. I'd imagine that's got to be somewhat of the case because these stocks have really been taking off. The other one I'm seeing, Pulte Home trading down just slightly, which is PHM. It's actually done the same thing that Lennar has. Really had a huge run up, making a new 52-week high there on Friday and pulling back a little bit here this morning. But wow, these home builders have really been strong here, Joel. What do you think about those?
I'd keep an eye on Friday's lows here. I mean, it's the Lennar's it's down 25 cents, so it's not like getting taken out to the woodshed or anything. I mean, obviously you have to use Friday's high, the 52-week high. It's 23.47, probably 23.50 as well to be resistance. Buying this thing, I mean, you have to look at Friday's low here, 22.24 is your first stopping point, but a better bottom it had at 21.49 Thursday. Looking at Pulte Homes, that stock, like you said, it's also had a monster rally, gapped up on Friday, so this thing could easily come back and fill the gap between 784 and 802. Also on the upside, using the close and that 841 is major resistance.
TiVo moving up here in the pre-market as well, Joel. There was an article in Barron's that says Microsoft may be interested in acquiring a company like this. So stock is trading up 4% now, 11.75 on that Barron's article. We always say when stocks are in play, technicals go away, but Joel, maybe you want to give us some technicals anyways.
Yeah, 1150. I mean, this is an area that the stock has rejected several times. Going back in December, they rejected that level, sold off under $9. Got up there, sniffed it again in November. Once again, sold off under $9. And now here's your third attempt here at this 1150 level, trading above it in the pre-market. For you week longs, if you're buying this off the open, a break below 1150 could be a little bit tricky. But this thing could be a few closes over 1150 here, and we could be off to the races. Just keep in the back of your mind, folks, this thing hit 12 and a quarter in the pre-market and has been on a steady decline since hitting that level.
Well, the market overall is rolling over. Just an overall take on the market. I'm seeing your financials a little bit weaker here. Your European financials are very weak overseas. We've got Barclays trading down 2-3%. So a little bit of weakness in your financials. Your commodities look a little bit weaker here this morning. Some of your defensive names are holding up not bad. What's your overall take on the market here, Joel?
Well, it doesn't look like we're going to get back up to the close anytime soon. But if we do, 1339 to 1342, which was a high, should be major resistance now. People will take an opportunity to do some selling. We get back in that area. Drifting down, we are on Friday's interday low, which was kind of out in the middle of nowhere. If we can't hold this area that we're looking at right now, look for a test of the Globex low, 1330 and a quarter. Below that, we have our downside 2150. Really can't see this market really falling out of bed until we get back and close below 1320 in the S&Ps.
Okay, well that's our show for today. We hope we've given you some information you can trade off of there, and we will be back with you guys tomorrow.